Get ready, y'all. Get ready for all the hate, all the slander, all the little jokes, right? All the little slick ass jokes, all the people trying to tempt you. Okay. This is what happens when you are on self-improvement, right? Get ready for all the, oh, you look at you trying to eat all healthy. Oh, look at you trying to cut back on alcohol or stop it altogether. Look at you not doing drugs, right? I hope none of y'all are doing drugs. You know, if you're watching my videos and you're doing narcotics, right? I'm a use fed terms on y'all. Narcotics, okay? Y'all popping Xannies and Perkies and all that and all that dumb shit. You for real, you got bigger issues than females, right? Because we all know most of my videos are about attraction and stuff. So you need to probably watch some videos about giving up prescription pills. And that was a little joke, right? That was a little joke. But honestly, it's running rampant, right? And that kind of stuff is running rampant. Even though I made a little joke about it, it's the new crack, right? Like the 80s had crack. Now it's like all these prescription pills and stuff. And the thing about it is, hopefully that's the most that's extreme cases. I'm talking extreme cases here. But even then, when you are trying to self-improve, when you're trying to distance yourself or you get around family, unfortunately, sometimes it's your own family, sometimes it's your own people, right? You will get haters. So be prepared. First of all, this is Tarek Talks. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you are with me, and I appreciate it. And hopefully this video motivates somebody, okay? Motivates somebody to get on their shit and not worry about what haters say. That's the worst thing possible, right? So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna tell you this right here. When you are self-improving, when you are moving from the low vibration to the higher vibration, better believe you are going to meet some opposition. You are going to meet resistance, unfortunately. Okay? Unfortunately, people are going to and let's get this straight. I don't want you guys to be paranoid, because there are people who are going to support you, and those people are good to be around, right? It is good to be around like-minded people who have the same goals, same self-improvement mindsets, right? But let's just be honest, that is a small drop in the pond. That is a small little needle in the haystack when it comes to the groups. Most people that you interact with are not going to be on self-improvement, right? Are not going to be trying to self-improve themselves. Hell, I remember when I started working out, I got so much fucking hate. I got so much hate, bro. And I'm like, I'm wondering to myself, why? Why is that? Even from some of my family members, right? Oh, you work out that's all you do is work out. And what that, you know what I'm saying? What's so wrong with working out? Matter of fact, that should be encouraged. Because let's just face it, the average person, unfortunately, and I kind of touched on this subject before, right? With all the technology we have, guys, we're more lazier than ever. The average person is lazy as hell. And I'm not saying this to be mean-spirited. I'm not saying this to be malicious. And I'm not saying this in a superior way, because I have my lazy days, right? I do have my lazy days. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm just productive, like I'm just figuring out calculus problems and trigonometry and, you know, discovering new cures for cancer every minute, right? I'm not claiming that at all. But even bare minimum shit like exercise, going outside and walking, hell, going outside and walking, that's something that the average person doesn't do. So the thing about it is, when the average person sees that you're doing something that is not, because let's just be honest, most average activities, and here's the reason why they're gonna hate on you. Most average activities, so to speak, are extremely low vibrational. have extremely no kind of benefit to them. What are average activities? Here are some, to name a few. Sitting on your ass and watching sports for 2 hours straight. Now listen, there's no pride. Look, I'm not shitting on folks that watch sports, right? I'm not at all. Because I know some people that watch sports that are very in shape, right? We're talking about the average person. Okay? I just finished watching, and I'm not a big sports guy, but I do love physical activity. So of course, sports are gonna be intertwined there, right? I've been active, look, fellas, and I feel like, you know, I'm 34. I've been active since a child. I remember, dog, my mama used to beg me to come inside, right? She used to have to force me to come inside. Now it's the other way around. Now kids got to be forced to go outside. A lot of times kids don't want to be outside. You know, I have a son, my son included, 10 years old. A lot of times and thank God he got my genetics, right? He's tall and lanky, okay? He's tall and lanky, but he wants to be inside the crib, okay? And the thing about it is, like I was saying, I'm still intertwined with sports, right? So I just finished watching The Last Dance, you know, the Michael Jordan documentary about the Bulls and stuff like that. Him, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, you know, Horace Grant, all of them dudes in the 90s, you know, and his come up from the 80s and stuff. So yeah, I do watch sports stuff from time to time. I'm guilty. You know, sometimes I catch boxing matches too. Okay. I'll be catching boxing matches. I just watched who was the last boxing match? The Tyson Fury one. The Tyson Fury and that African dude. He's really an MMA fighter. He was cold as hell though. Right? But the average person is out of shape as hell and sits there for 2 hours straight watching sports. Every single, like, no games missed. And I be hearing cats, right? I be hearing guys that are out of shape as hell, okay? No offense. Talk religiously about sports. Religiously about these men who are earning billions of dollars. Now it's billions of dollars. They're in shape as hell, right? They're performing at a top level. And the guys that watch them are out of shape as hell. Here's the kicker. Here's the most insidious part of all of this. The guys that watch these sports, okay, seen it 100 times. When you start talking about working out, or when you are a person who works out yourself, they start talking shit, right? When they have their little Super Bowl parties or their football parties and stuff, and you like, you know, I'm watching my diet, you know, I'm exercising and stuff like that, and you don't want to partake in eating shitty food as much, they're gonna start ragging on you. They're gonna start ragging on you and roasting you. But guess who they're watching? They're watching men who spend thousands of dollars for a personal chef to watch for their diet, who are probably in the 1 percentile, if not 1%, then 5 percentile of men who are in shape, like physical wise. Top 5 to 1 percentile, depending on what sport. Okay. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you work out and you are in shape, you're pretty much in the top like 15 percentile of the population. You know, it was a stat, and I don't know if this is still true to this day, but they said it is only 10% of the population hits the gym. Only 10%. So if you hit the gym and you're actually in shape, it might be less now. Because every time I go to the gym, I see the same people over and over again. Meaning there's no new people coming in, right? But if you are in shape, you're probably in the top 10 to 15 percentile of the population, okay? And with that being said, You know, these guys will hate on you, even though they sit down and watch sports every single night, every single day. They're going to tell you every stat about basketball. They're going to tell you every stat about football. They're going to tell you their projections, who's going to win the Super Bowl, who's going to win the NBA championship, right? Who leads the league in scoring, who leads the league in assists and rebounds and like they can tell you all the stats, but they can't do 5 push-ups in a row. But they're going to hate on you. They're going to hate on you if you start talking about fitness. Right? And then another thing too is I be going on my little stints of quitting alcohol, right? I've been about 7 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks, 6 weeks and a half, no alcohol, right? So that's a month, almost 2 months without alcohol. My mental I feel so much sharper. I feel so much focused. I feel so much of a winner, right? And the thing about it is I had to cut a lot of, and this isn't my first time, fellas and ladies. I had to cut a whole bunch of friends off. I started cutting people off about 3 years ago, right? 3 years ago, I just said, I can't do it. Because every time I went on these stints of quitting alcohol, I always got pushback. People always started talking shit, discouraging me. Oh, just have one, right? Oh, just have one with us. Oh, just one isn't gonna hurt. Come on, one isn't gonna hurt. No, one is gonna hurt. You guys look up, and I'm not saying I'm quitting alcohol forever, first of all, right? I'm cutting back tremendously though, because I like the feeling of being sharp and focused way more than having a hangover for a week, right? And yes, a week. When you get older, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Now, see the statistics of what one drink does to you. One drink will fuck up your body. Look, your body is a computer. Your body and your mind and your spirit, it's like a computer, right? It is processing the poison going in your body. And all those months that you've been sober, all them days, all them weeks, whatever, as soon as alcohol hits your palate, your body's like, okay, he fucked it up, right? This poison is back in our body. This poison, we got to process this poison down. So what is one drink? It don't make a difference if it's 1 or 20. It does make a difference, but you get what I'm saying, right? Of course it makes a difference. Don't take this literal, but you guys get what I'm saying. It doesn't make a difference in a sense that now your body has to process this poison. But at the same time, the people around you aren't going to want to hear that. They're not going to be supportive. A lot of them, unfortunately, a lot of your friends aren't going to be supportive, right? Unfortunately, you're going to have to cut a lot of them off. It is what it is. You'll be all right without them. Trust me. All that don't burn bridges and shit. Yeah, don't burn bridges if it's a bridge worth keeping, right? If it's a shaky, not good, bad foundation, rocky, wishy-washy bridge that if you walk on it, you might fall through it and you might land in the river. Why the hell are you going to keep it? It's bad for you. It's detrimental to walk that bridge, right? And that was kind of a metaphor of people who are going to discourage you. Fuck them. There's no point. But unfortunately, a lot of your haters are a lot of your friends. And don't get me started on family members. Family members can be just as bad. I know some of y'all be having family members that are probably worse than an enemy, right? Like, who needs an enemy when I have family members like this? And that's unfortunate. It sucks. You guys just have to prepare for it because it's going to come, right? It is going to come. And unfortunately, a lot of people say, oh, I can still hang out. I'll just ignore them. Trust me. Look, listen, I've said this once. I'm going to say it again. Your subconscious mind you can only stop so much low frequency energy from penetrating it, right? Meaning if you're hanging out with people who are low frequency, there's only so much willpower that you have before you subconsciously start taking in that negative bullshit and fall right back into your negative ways, whether it be alcohol, drugs, poor diet, not working out, whatever, right? So it's just best to just cut all them people off, because that hate is finna come, right? Anyway, I hope this video helped. Peace.